I'm going to share with you 5 tips on how you can work from home without losing your mind. When you're running a business, it can be so convenient to work from home while your business is running itself from somewhere else. Or you might be in a situation where you haven't moved into a building or an office space yet. Maybe you're working from home running your business as it's just getting going and you haven't moved into that space yet. Whatever it is, if you find yourself working from home, you know that it can be really hard to stay focused. So it's no secret that when you're working from home, staying focused can be one of the most challenging things because there are so many distractions going on around us. Maybe we think, oh, well, I'm just going to multitask and go clean this or wash these dishes or start dinner or do a chore like fold some laundry or something. There's lots of opportunities to get distracted while you're working from home. So I've got 5 tips for you today. I found that can be super helpful and I hope they're helpful for you. So let's get right into it. Number one is I recommend setting some shop open hours. So, what do I mean by that? When you work from home, it can be so easy to just decide, well, I'm just going to take a little longer this morning with my coffee or do this or that, and I'll get started when I get started. So, I recommend starting at the same time and stopping at the same time every day. So, have basically some open hours. Start work at 8:30 every day or whatever time it is for you. But stick to it every day because your brain really needs those boundaries so that it knows you're training it every day that we're going to start work at this time and it just becomes part of your routine. And you'll find that it helps you be more productive because you're going to get started at that same time every day. So try to stick to those open hours. The second thing is, and this one is, I feel like really important, is to get dressed like you mean it. So don't show up to your desk or your workspace at your house in your pajamas or in your sweatpants and like you just rolled out of bed, or maybe not even in your workout clothes. Maybe you got in a workout before you started working today. Try to get dressed as if you were actually going to a meeting or going into the office. Now, it doesn't have to be super fancy or super like a full suit or something, but I do think that you should get dressed like you mean it. So think of it as if maybe you were in your office and a potential business partner or client could stop in at any moment. How would you want them to see you? Would it be in your sweatpants and pajamas with your hair all disheveled? Or would you want to give a good impression? So think about it that way. It could be jeans, it could be something semi casual, but still get dressed as if you are meaning it, like you want to make a good impression if somebody were to stop in and see you, even though you're at home. The third one is set times for focus projects. So during those times, I recommend having your notifications turned off on your phone. So this would be a no notification during focus time tip. So let's say you have a project that you really need to get done or work on. And so you're going to set aside some time today. Maybe it's 60 to 90 minutes. So during that time, turn off your notifications. It's highly unlikely that there's going to be a text message or a phone call or something within that short window that can't wait. But that's going to allow you to really get some good focus time and put in some good effort, real solid energy into that project that you're working on. So set aside times where there's no notifications on to distract you with a pop-up text or email alert. Number 4, batch your reactive work. So your reactive work would be things like emails, email correspondence to and from, maybe billing or invoicing clients, returning phone calls, things like that. Have set times throughout your day where you do that. Maybe you check it first thing in the morning between 8:30 and 9:30, or afternoon between 3:30 and 4:30, and then close it or put it aside so that you're not being distracted. So, what that's going to do is really help your brain focus without being distracted because Anytime that you're working on a project and your attention is taken away from it to do something else and your attention is redirected, it takes you a really long time to get back focused on what you were working on and to get into that productive zone. So that's those focus times. And then this 2 hours of your day where you have set times to do the reactive work are really important for keeping you focused, whether you're at home or in an office space, but especially at home because there are so many more distractions that can take your attention away. And then the last thing, and this is another really good one, is I want you to have a hard stop time. So if your hard stop time is 5 o'clock, stop at 5 o'clock. Try not to let yourself be pulled back into your work, even though it's there. So, how can you do that? Some ways, if you have a separate office, close the door, turn off the light, close the door, close your laptop, put the things away so that it's less likely for you to just go over and start working on it. So, it's going to take some effort for you to do that because it's very tempting. My husband used to work from home when we were first married, and he would hear like notifications from the computer and then go, let me just check and address this one email. And so what that does is like you never really have downtime from your business or from your work. So, especially as a business owner, you spend your day putting out so many fires or answering questions and just, decision fatigue. Your body and brain and emotions and energy just need that time to decompress. And your family's going to thank you for it because you're not distracted working all the time 24 hours a day. You actually have said, nope, at 5 o'clock, I'm done working for the day and I'm turning it off. So that it might seem like it's not going to help you create more freedom in the future, but it actually will because having all of these things in place is going to help you create more structure in your business. So you're going to be more productive during the day. So you will probably find yourself less feeling like you have to jump in and do things at night. And then by setting that hard stop time, closing the computer, closing the door, you'll be done for the day and you can spend more time with your family and decompressing and enjoying your evenings and your life. And then you'll come back the next day recharged, feeling better, more ready to go. So, what about you? What do you feel like is your number one struggle to stay focused while you're working from home? Tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope that those tips were helpful.